hear my mic. Okay. You could not hear a gosh darn thing until then. Well, hello. Don't know how my mic got turned off, but it's on now, and there it is. Well, sorry. Well, I'll start that spiel again. Hello, everyone. I'm flat out incapable of getting through the beginning of one of these streams without some sort of technical difficulty. Yeah, I triple check everything, and yet something still ends up not working as soon as I hit the on button. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to the 5th installment of I'm drawing one of these covers again, and this time it's going to be Fading Light, the 5th book of Paws of Stars. It seems like I've been doing these a lot. I actually thought when I was doing the initial planning of this that I would have to do them a lot more often. But basically the original plan was I would get down to the last week before Paws of Stars comes out, and that I would need to do all of these back-to-back over the space of a week. And I did not like the sound of that, did not want to do that, so I didn't. And I spaced them out a little more. But yes, we're starting with Ivy Pool. Fading Light has Ivy Pool in the center. I've known that for a while, but this is new to all of you. Hello, everyone. If I did the entire stream without realizing my mic was off, I would have died. Alright. Yeah, Ivy Pool on this cover is particularly sassy. For a few reasons. I promise myself that I'm not going to get too spoilery. There will be a time for that, but safe to say, she's sassy for different reasons at different points in the story. Well, I mean, who's to say I'm not encouraging theorizing about who's going to be in books 6 and 7? We've done all 5 protagonists now. Who would the other ones be? I will say, you don't have to wait too super long. I think I'm gonna end up doing the 6th cover next Friday. If timing works out, and I can get the sketch done in time. Basically, for those of you who don't know what Paws of Stars is, this is my 7 total books rewrite series of Power of 3 and Omen of the Stars. And beyond that, I'm going to leave the summarizing for another day. But essentially, the first 6 books are out right now and actually being edited right now. And the 7th book, when I finish it, will be coming out at a date that I haven't said yet. But I know it. You predict that... Crabher predicts that the next cover is going to be Firestar. That is a reasonable choice, given your information. I can't say if it's right or wrong, but it's a reasonable choice. How long does it take you to make the sketch? Oh, oh, there's a reason I don't do the sketches on stream. So the thing about the sketches is I had, before I did any of these, the general elements I wanted to include for all of them, but I didn't have any, like, composition or specifics until I did the sketches. And the sketches are really boring from a visual perspective and hard to do anything else for me while I'm doing it, because the sketches, there's nothing solid about them yet. You don't really know what you're drawing. I put a bunch of random stuff on the canvas and start moving it around until I get something I sort of like, and then I try out a few ideas, decide I don't like some of them, rehash, redo, until I have something I moderately am okay with, and then I move forward. Let's see. So, how long does it take the sketch to be made, though? Well, the honest answer is it depended on the sketch. It's just a very experimental process where I just work until I've got something. And even when I have finished a sketch, I'll sometimes go back and touch things up if I get better ideas before the stream happens. So, anywhere around like an hour, usually. It's an hour of boring. It's an hour you don't want to see. You don't need to see that. Lion Blaze was the book 2 cover, yeah. I'm not going to say who's on book 6 and 7's covers, but I will say I'm not repeating characters. So none of the 5 protagonists are going to be on book 6 or 7. Or none of the 5 POV characters, I should say. Because, well, there are some more cats you could arguably say are protagonists. That's a lot of fighting cats. Do I know who they are yet, or is it a bunch of randos? Oh, so this is a unique cover, all things considered, because generally speaking, the way I've been working is that the specific cats down here are specific characters key to the book, or that the character in particular is thinking about. However, see, in this book, the cats down here are intended to be faceless, and that will become more obvious as I actually draw them. But they're intended to be random cats that Ivy Pool doesn't care about. Because it's a factor, for reasons, that she doesn't think about, doesn't notice, or doesn't consider the consequences for the cats actually doing the fighting. So, yes, they will be faceless, but the cats on the sides of her are not faceless. And I do know who those are. Ivy is the main character on the cover, yes. On this one. No New Prophecy takes on the covers. I don't want to emulate New Prophecy in just about anything. The only thing I took from the New Prophecy is that they do use, the old versions of their covers use square portraits, or rectangular portraits, I should say, rather than elliptical. And I did end up preferring that. I went with the same thing. But that's the element of the New Prophecy that I have any love or care for. That's the one thing you get, New Prophecy. What is your problem? Oh, right. Yes, sorry. No, I was being silly there. There we go. Okay. Oh, I'm very, very not a professional artist. I pretty much only got enough art training to do this exact job, to do YouTube. I'm not a professional artist. I'm not an artist at all. Well, in the sense that it's not my passion. I don't really do it for fun. I do it enough to make the stuff I need to make, whatever that may be. Oh, completely forgot the other inner ear. That's weird. Anyway. Oh yeah, yeah. I am an artist because anyone who does art is an artist. It's just not something I do in my free time. I don't have the passion or experience of a lot of good artists I'm aware of and are friends with, by choice. Like, I've put my focus into other things, and that is all right. Doesn't mean I'm not an artist, but it's not the thing I've done most. Purdy was the true fourth cat all along. Yeah, absolutely. Purdy is actually in book 7. It turns out, um, don't any of you who do know who the fourth cat is in Paws of Stars say, but actually Purdy was the fourth cat. It was him all along. He's going to be on the 7th book cover. He actually ends up saving the clans. And goodbye. Absolutely no one should feel free to stick around for the whole time. Come and go as you please. Of course. I am always happy to confirm hot new theories. There we go. Okay. Okay. The real prophecy was the Purdies we met along the way. It's true. I mean, who doesn't love Purdy, really? My undo button does click. I mean, all my buttons click, you'll just hear undo the most. I've stopped noticing it after a while because this is just my workflow and there are always clicks around me, but they would definitely be picked up by a mic. They're rather loud. If you're really astute, sometimes you can hear me dragging my finger across the touch bar that zooms in and out. Alrighty. And that, I believe, is everything? Let's check. Not that one. Yep, there we go. Okay. So, sketch background, go away. Let's do some coloring. Ivy Pool's got some complicated coloring. Why do most YouTubers, unless they're Q&A streams? I don't know. I don't do it very often. I mean, when I can. There's a multitude of reasons. There could be music protections, or maybe they like accidentally swore on a family channel and don't want to keep that up. No, I don't like it. Okay. Yeah, I prefer that one. Okay. So it's that, and then also back of ear. Then it's going to be that. Okay. That's simple. Simple enough. Boom, boom, boom. And da-da-da. Da-da-da. There we go. Clean up some stuff. Okay. Purdy was always the answer. Turns out he was the answer to everything. We should have seen it coming. Ooh. Wrong brush there. There we go. Other ones, we have swoop, swoop, swoop. Okay. This is exactly how I draw, with several sound effects that are completely unnecessary. More swoop. Yeah. There we go. Whoop-de-doo. Oh gosh, yeah, I cannot imagine being an animator. Not just with these designs, but like, any of them. Drawing one drawing takes so much time. There we go. Well, might want to fix it a little. Or, you know what? Even better. Just slide up that ear. Give me more room. Whoosh. There we go. Oh wow, an entire AU is being formed in the comments section. Who's the best Dawn of the Clans leader? That would be Shadowstar. Until her own novella. Didn't love that. Also Greywing, for the short time that he was leader of the Moor group before it was Wind Clan. He was pretty good. I'm gonna do something before I regret it. Because this will make it so much easier. Yeah. Okay. The thing about Ivy Pool stripes, most of them ignore where the gray ends and just keep going. But then one of them does not. There we go. And two below. Okay. I'm ambidextrous. Does that count? Can I raise half a hand? Oh, Holly Leaf with lipstick will live forever. No one is ever escaping her. We tried, we failed. Animating is easy. You make 15 poor pictures instead of one okay-ish, and then look at them and realize it's all wrong, and make 15 more and realize it got worse. Yeah, that seems to be the common the common situation among animation. The main reason I don't want to do it. I mean, it would be really cool. Animating is an insanely cool skill, and can lead you to make so many wonderful things. It's just so time consuming. Oh, that's true. I can raise both hands. I'll just raise both of them. I'll give you jazz hands. Ivy Pool does not need lipstick. We don't need to make Ivy Pool with lipstick. That's just asking for trouble. Ah! Too much. Okay. Okay. So that, yeah, is what I was looking for. Perfect. Ivy Pool with eyeshadow. Ooh. Oh, that's actually... You know what? Okay. As soon as I'm finished coloring her, I'll try it out. It will not be very long. I basically just have the ancillary stuff to do now. Whoosh. And then eyes. Eyes are the fun bit. Okay. So, boom. Yeah, something like that. You know what? I'm just gonna make sure they're absolutely identical. And also, touch up a thing that I now see needs tending. Yeah, there we go. Okay. But as far as this, go down, whoosh whoosh. Time to add a little, oh, not that much, my goodness. This much. This much. Highlight. Shadow. Less shadow, but shadow. There we go. Nice, deep, 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 deep blue eyes. Okay. Here we have the Ivy Pool. Alright. How should we do this? What color eyeshadow does Ivy Pool need? She's gonna... Oh, wait. I forgot to check something. Which color do you want to be? Red and orange. Alrighty. So let's just go real bold. Yeah. Just any color you would imagine for... Yeah, okay. Black or blue, purple, turquoise like Bristlefrost. Bristlefrost isn't alive yet. Ivy Pool doesn't have a mate? My goodness. She is in her evil phase, and the Dark Forest is purple. I totally agree with that. Black, blue, purple. You know what? We could do a gradient. We have lots of options here. Blue hair and pronouns. Ivy Pool trans, and in what direction? The trans headcanons, non-binary ones aside, have always been split for me as far as which ones are headcanoned where their canonical gender is the one they transition to versus it's the one they transition from. Is Ivy Pool transmasc or transfemme? Firestar with lipstick. I never said the fourth cat was a tom. When did I say that? The fourth cat's not a tom. They're a cat. Alright, boom, 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 boom. Lovely. I did forget this one though. Cleany stuff to do. Okay. That, well, except for this. Clean that bit. Clean this bit. Nope, that's worse. Clean these two bits. And we're good. Okay. Let's do it. We now have the shading. We have no excuse. Whew, okay. So I'm going to start off with a white base so that I can do a gradient here. She does have the perfect eyebrow raised for eyeshadow right now. So boom, boom, and boom. Okay, let's try this out. Okay. Let's pick a nice dark forest color. With some darker at the sides. Fades to black at the edges. Smoky eye, except it's literally after the dark forest smoke. And then some blue red at the edges. I don't know. Which ones are... There we go. So behind these. And let's take that down just a little bit. Okay. Oh, she looks absurd. Okay, well, if anyone wants this, I will save it. And you know what? You can have it. I'll even, here, I'll make sure to save just this part, take away the frame. And save her. If you want her after the stream, DM me on Discord or Twitter. You can have her. You know what? At this point I might be. I've done it twice. That's a legal ramification that I can never undo it. Alrighty. Now I'm thinking about what makeup Book 6 cat has to get. Because I don't think Book 6 cat would wear makeup. Okay, there we go. Need to fix that eye just a little bit. Okay. Hollyleaf and Ivypool have both gotten makeup. We skipped over Dovewing. And now, Ivy needs a little background. Okay. So, first of all, wait a second. I had a thought. Well, I would need to drag it up from there, but that's looking good. Okay. And the big thing here is, no, these lightning bolts will not be pure white. My goodness, no. But I am doing that for maximum contrast while I'm blocking them in. Ivy Pool and Hollyleaf sort of did make the two in Paws of Stars. In canon, they never spoke. Just in a sort of I get you, buddy way. Whoosh. Yeah. Except I don't super love the coloring, but I'm liking the general direction. Okay. That's agreeable. The one other thing I definitely have to do is some lovely little, not that one. Let's try again. I forgot that I had last marked this as just ace colors. Okay. These happen to be the two colors of this cover. It's red and orange, and there's no other meaning to the colors here. Nothing whatsoever. Ivy Pool does not have a canon sexuality. Okay, so there's me, Ivy Pool. Let's turn our attention to the rest of the cover. Alright, so how should we order this? Let's take a stab with the cats first. Kitties. I'm definitely just gonna have to remove you entirely. Alright, let's do this. It's a lollipop. I hate everything about that. Okay. Let's just ignore my sketch because it wasn't even intended to be cat-shaped. Whoosh. Okay. Okay, hold on. Wonder who it is. Well, you definitely could have caught it on the other side, but there's a cat she's standing equal and opposite to. For this. Power of 2. Do Ivypool and Hollyleaf actually get powers in Power of 2, or are they just living their lives happily? I do need the portrait back just to see. Yeah, okay. We're doing fine. So that'll be good. All right. Power of 3 glow up. Oh my gosh. Powers and Power of 2, in which Ivypool and Hollyleaf have the powers, and their brothers and sister don't get anything. There we go. Round out the nose a little bit because she doesn't have a super sharp nose and this is a weird angle. Okay. Boop-bee doop, boop boop-bee doop doopy. I'll fix it. Okay. But now I can just go whoop and boom. Nope. Very wrong. Let's try that one again. Boom. There we go. Okay. Couple more touch-up thingies, but primarily, Hollyleaf is a simple gal. Okay. There's a Holly. We can turn off her. It's time to face the other guy over here. Hollyleaf has common sense. The thing is, if PO2 was written well, Hollyleaf totally would have both killed Ashfur and spilled the secret at the gathering. It's just that they would have less fluff in between and would be able to show to everyone, no matter how obvious it needed to be, that both of these were in character for Hollyleaf and that there was a distinct change between when she killed Ashfur and when she told everyone the secret at the gathering. Okay. Now you are over here doing almost exactly the same thing, but different kitty, different pose, different time every week. Okay. I don't even know what your base color is. I think it's the brown. What are your... Oh, right. You have the puff balls. Guess I'm gonna have to get used to that one. Flame-ish things. Yeah. Okay. You do not have any bang. No bang. But we are gonna... Whoop! Not that. Let's try that one again. And we are gonna have this come up here. Yeah. Much better. But is it though? I think I might need to draw the ears on separate layers. Okay. That is alright with me, because then I can move it around. Whoosh, whoosh, and whoosh. Nope, not that one though. There we go. And we'll fix that when it comes to the extra coloring stuff. Paws of Stars Soul has a secret kitty pet brethren named Fluffy. Yep. How does someone already have Ivy Pool with eyeshadow? Oh my gosh. You guys work quick. I totally admit that. You work very fast. And this will be the base kitty, but Soul has extra mane we're going to have to deal with in a minute. But that is okay, and I will deal with it when that minute comes and not before. All right. Ivy Pool has the power of being closest to the plot of Oots and showing all of us that there actually isn't one. They forgot to have one. It's a genuine tragedy. There's nothing there. He does need his floof mane. I'm just doing everything that's not the floof mane first. For instance, to start with, let's do these ear tufties. Wait, do you... Oh, okay, okay. So I will fix that then. Yours actually go in where the tufts end. Okay, okay. And also they're pointier. Okay, yeah, that's better. And then also, these ones over here need their puff tuft. You definitely need some cleaning up, buddy. Let's try that one. What do your ear tufts even look like? Okay. Sure. Sure. So that's your ear tufts. Let's actually decrease the size of your, well, no, because you do have very large ears. Okay, so you know what we can do then? We can do these and this. And you do actually need some extra head, which is fine. That'll work. Okay. I'm not going to do the markings until I have in the main. That's insane. Okay. So here we go. You have up 1, up 2, up 3. Nope, this one goes all the way across actually. And as it's coming back down, you go up 3 and up 4. Along the back, you have very little mane actually, and most of it will come down in the chest region. Okay. Trying to create a viable family tree for Shadow Clan is both, well, including Yellowfang's Secret in particular, is both an arduous journey and a truly painful experience at times. So I truly commend you and wish you the best of luck in keeping your sanity. Okay. That will have to do, I think. That is, okay. Yep, there we go. So there's your mane. Whoop, not that. Let's do some cleanup of your mane. Okay, now, here's the other stuff. Okay, first of all, you have a cream muzzle as well. Muzzle cream. And then a whole bunch of orange spot stuff. Okay. That's going to be orange spot number 1. Orange spot number 2 would not even be visible, but it's going to pop up over there. orange spot 3, and spot 4 is back here. Okay. Okay. So. And now, all of our references are up. Everything else in this picture is, well, faceless, mostly, or environments. Let's do this. Are there any changes from the canon books I'm willing to share? More importantly, LGBTQ+. Yes. So, most of the key stuff I would want to keep hidden, on account of I really value giving readers the opportunity to experience a story and learn to grow the characters learn about the characters naturally in a way that they then get to form opinions about them. But, well, not always the case. And essentially I just don't end up wanting to spoil your experience by saying what you should expect based on my opinions. However, yes, there's LGBT. So my rationale behind it has basically been, the clans have an extremely small population. At absolute max, there are about 200 cats at a time, and that's if every clan has 50, which they do not. So statistically speaking, from what we know of LGBT people, they would probably be, like, on the rarer side, and it'd be less common to get a strong community like we have in the human world of LGBT cats in canon. Because of that, I don't think they would have a reason to develop language for it, but I also don't think they'd have a strong opposition against it. Their main problem is xenophobia. Rather than just cat not like normal cat. Why not like normal cat? You should have Kit. Like, I don't think that would be their reaction. And frankly, I didn't want to write homophobia, just out of principle and out of, I'm going to be spending years on this. I don't want to write about homophobia. It will not cause me enjoyment. So there are LGBT characters. They don't have language for it. They're just, that's who they are, and it's surprising to some people. And also because there's not as many of them, it's very difficult as a person who is different to realize you're different in a society where there's no language you can relate to. There's very few to no people you can relate to. And at that point, the thing comes down to self-reflection. Being able to take time to learn about yourself and realize that you aren't what society tells you you are. Because of that, most of the characters who realized they were LGBT within the action-heavy plot of the story are the support characters who weren't as caught up in the plot the entire time and were able to more easily recognize who they were and live their own lives through this period. I do feature some of these couples prominently, and some of these couples explicitly state that there are some people who explicitly state their orientations, despite it not coming to pass, and some of them do come to pass. But the main characters, Hollyleaf aside, her main thing was just, I don't think I want to have kids. Um, which was a fairly early thing for her to recognize in canon as well. She's asexual. She's aro ace completely and utterly. But she, aside, most of the main characters do not get to realize it within the canon of the story. Lion Blaze is the only one who I would say is just 100% straight, though. He is the token straight man. I'm not naming specific characters for any of this because, legitimately, one of my biggest pet peeves is when you go into something, as a person, as a specifically me person, is when you go into a story and the first thing that you know about a pair of characters is that they will be in a relationship. I really don't like that, because I'm almost immediately turned off if the first thing I know about a pair of characters is that they're in a relationship. If they introduce them as friends and then they start to have feelings for each other, I tend to take it better. But knowing they're mates from the get-go is just a turn-off to me. So I'm not mentioning any specific names here, but there are couples that exist. There are individuals who find their own identities across the way. Oh, hey, Pixel! Yes. I'm going to end up posting that to Twitter afterwards. I finished it, like, right before I had to start prepping for the stream. So, I did not get a chance, but I will post it after. I was trying to do some art fight attacks before I jumped on stream today, because, I've been stupid busy all month and haven't actually gotten to do any revenges. So I finally spat out a few as best I could. Ah! Not that. No. Well, time for myself might come in August. You know what? Squirrelflight can be Aero Ace. My one thing with Squirrelflight being Aero Ace is I don't think she can be a sex repulsed, specifically Aero Ace. Because if she was, that would make her existing relationships that she did canonically have very uncomfortable to me in an, oh, I had a really, really awful time with these men that I was married to. But, like, post Bramblestar and stuff, her deciding, you know, I'm not sex repulsed, but I am Aero Ace, and I don't think I necessarily need this, would be absolutely fine to me. Squirrelflight finding out that she's gay, Aero, straight, but just doesn't need a relationship, all good options. Clowns to Lovers is also a great choice. Really, my only personal turnoff, not in a this is actually bad in a functional writing way, but just I, as a very, very Aero Ace person, don't end up gelling with it thing, is just if they're in any way not friendly with each other. So if they start off with love at first sight, or with enemies, but then they start kissing on the battlefield before they've had a chance to befriend each other in any way, probably not gonna, like, ship them. There's very few things I do ship. I'm just not into relationships. But the rare one that does manage to intrigue me mostly did so because they were already a friendship and I like them as friends. Oh, absolutely. I was 100% happy to do attacks for you both. I am sorry I haven't been able to do more. You know what? I don't want this to curl. They're running. This should not curl that way. For the record, all of these are going to be silhouettes of faceless characters for those of you who weren't here earlier, which is why I'm not adding any cat detailing to them, any specific cat designs. The covers are mostly what the cat in the profile is thinking about during that book, and Ivy Pool is 100% not considering the consequences of her actions. So all of the cats that are actually caught in the war are faceless figures. Yeah, don't like that. Try that one again. I think what I want is just to move the head forward, delete this neck, and have you pushing forward a little more. A war? That's awful. Well, I guess it's for the greater good. Don't need to think about anyone who's dying. That would be silly. And that is, wow, nope. Let's try that one again. Yeah, okay, that's better. Yeah, okay. Now, there has to be a lot of these. Who do you think gives Squirrel Flight her 9 lives? Okay. There are several good options. You know, I'm going to leave this cat here so that I can draw from him later, because I think all of them will be cut off. But Hollyleaf has to be in there. That's non-negotiable. She's got to be there. I think Fern Cloud could be really, really nice. Dustpelt as her mentor would be really, really nice to include. Feathertail is a probably. The problem with that suggestion being, but none of the cats in TNP were actually friends, though. Though I realize that that's a writing problem, and they're intended to be friends. They're just really, really not. But I realize they're supposed to be friends, so you definitely could treat it that way. I realize this is just becoming a black mob. It will be fixed in just a second. Who's going to be the obligatory DOTC cat to give Squirrel Flight a life? What a good question, because we know there will be one. I have half a mind to say Thunderstar. I think he's just going to pop out of the woodwork. Okay. And then one last, who's going to be in the very front, will be right out here. Okay. Okay. Oh, let's do this. Very slight increments to start. actually. The ones farthest in the back are allowed to be the lightest. Yeah. Okay. This one is, ooh, right in the front. You're pitch black, buddy. Okay. Finding the right grays. All neutral grays. Oh, Juniper Kit and Dandelion Kit totally could have given our lives. I think Gray Stripe absolutely will give them a life. But strong contender there as far as being likely. Bad contender as far as being in any way a good idea. Now we need to do a little bit of reordering here to make this make sense so cats don't have paws in each other's faces. But it's going to be okay. Okay. So first of all, you get to be almost in front. You are actually in front of both of these. Yeah, you should... Buddy, definitely. Okay, that makes much more sense. But, back here. Okay. That should do it. And the only thing after that is... fill in any gaps that could potentially exist. Okay. Beautiful. Now you are going to be all copied, whoop, straight over to the other side. These are 2 faceless mobs. Isn't it dandy? 2 faceless mobs are better than 1. Okay. You're actually going down like 1 pixel, though. These books are chock full of bad ideas, but Gray Stripe will give one our lives and not apologize for being a butthead. Yeah, that's correct. Squirrel Flight later books versus Ash for Alive. Which one will be winning, Sunny? In a fight? How... It is... So, Ashfur's alive. He doesn't have dead person powers. We were led to believe, from the accounts we had during, like, Power of 3 especially, that he was a relatively strong warrior, actually. And just that he had a serious problem with, anger management. But I'm inclined to... I'm inclined to say Ashfur, though. I'm inclined to say Squirrelflight, though. Because she has had an awful lot more training, specifically in getting over her own faults. And I think that would win out. I think. Anyway. Counterintuitively, I'm gonna put you down and skip over to the trees. Okay. These are gonna be pretty darn bad trees because there's been a lot of fighting going on, yeah. And fighting is not good for the trees, if Lorax taught me anything. That's too much. Yep, there we go. Much better. Okay. Yep, that'll be good. Ashford did definitely have some anger management problems. He was not great at not lashing out at everyone he saw to be a horrible person. And that did not make him the strongest of warriors in the clan. How bad can I be with Ashfur? That could actually be really cool. The thing about Ashfur is he's not really trying to climb his way to the top of anything. He just wants a lady who does not want him. Like, he didn't actually want to be leader. He actively shied away from it when it turned out that he did get the position of leader. Because he didn't want all that responsibility. He just wanted a chance to take down Brambleclaw when he could and say that these guys are awful. Okay. Not that. Not what I meant. Let's try that one again. And a third time. Whoop. Didn't mean that either. Yep, there we go. Okay, so these three. What's these three? Nope. Oh, okay. I'd already done that. What a smart idea of mine. I'm so glad I did this. Okay. So that's the oak trees side. Now it's time for the pine trees side. And it's almost the same thing, just with slightly more of the dark leaves. Different shaped trees. All of these are pretty haphazard because it's a very, very simple background that I'm doing. If I wanted to justify it, I could say, you know, Ivy Pool doesn't actually care much about what the territories are looking like. She has bigger plans. But no, the honest truth is that this is just getting these done quicker. Alrighty. Getting ourselves a lovely pine forest. Starting to get too saturated as well, though. I'll turn that down. Yeah, okay. Ivy Pool just hates trees. She does, she really does. She doesn't need to deal with those things. Why are we climbing? Why does this battle involve climbing? Why does anyone care about this stuff? Okay. Back to these. Pine trees have slightly straighter trunks. For the record, I'm not really caring about where the bottom of the trees go on this one because I know they're going to be covered up by a cave wall. Alrighty. Okay. Now, on these, we wanted more of that, but the whole way across. And then, even worse, no, I hate that. Let's try that one again. Okay. And for these ones, we want dark as heck and very slightly less dark. Okay. Drawing larger trees is something I'm still working on, But drawing forest in the background is a thing I have been getting slightly more adept with. Very slightly. Anyway, I'm gonna move all of these up just a smidgelin. Okay, so we have slightly more room for the wall. And that should, yeah, get Hollyleaf and Soul, but we'll reposition them a little bit right now. Okay. And that should work. All right. No, I have not tried the Grimace Shake. I don't really like McDonald's milkshakes in general. I think there are a million better places to get a milkshake. I'm also not entirely sure of what the Grimace flavor is. Still not clear on that part. I'm sure there is one. I have no idea what it is. None whatsoever. Cave walls, though, you're gonna have to cover a little bit more than that. Okay. That'll work. Nope. Let's try that one again. Okay. Very slightly warm gray. Yeah. So, the kind of milkshakes I like, there's a lot of more, mom and poppy type stores in my area that I tend to prefer for this sort of thing. It does depend, but generally speaking, anything cookies and cream related, they have this cookies and cake batter, which is basically Oreos plus cake batter, and it's quite good. Mint Oreo, always fantastic. Really anything with mint. I like pistachio, but not really in a milkshake. The flavors I use for milkshakes tend to be the ones that are somewhat stronger and could actually use the toning down with the milk. And pistachio I like at full power. I'm just drawing a little rock wall here. Why are we talking about a McDonald's shake on a Warrior Cat stream? What a good idea. What a good question. But every topic is allowed here. As long as it's appropriate. It is all about what's in your heart. What do you want to discuss? Pistachio ice cream is delightful, just don't put it in a milkshake. It's delicious in like every other ice cream circumstance. And nut circumstance. They're just good nuts. Though it is summer, and one of my favorite summer frozen treat things is like the frozen Greek yogurt. It became pseudo popular like back in 2011, I want to say. There was a point where you couldn't really go a block without running into frozen yogurt shops, and I didn't like that for the trend. I just liked it. I had always liked it. I had discovered it several years prior, because exactly one of my local stores did it, and suddenly there was a frozen yogurt shop on every block, and I was so delighted. But then the trend died, and all the shops closed, and I got sad. Pistachios are delectable. How dare you bleh them? You eat what you want and I'll eat what I want. If I could make a Warrior Cats related game, what type would it be and why? Oh boy. Assuming that I could completely discount the amount of work it would take, probably an RPG, because it's what I remember most fondly from when I was a kid, especially in Warriors. And it would probably be something more personal to justify the length of time I was spending on it. But something in the vein of let's see. Maybe like a game version Paws of Stars. I don't know how just self-aggrandizing I want to be there. Or just hanging out with some of my Warriors OCs. Okay, pecans are so overrated. Pecans are like the Southern American, I just want to coat this in sugar nut. My goodness. They're good in pie and nothing else. Unless you roast them, sugar them, and spice them, they're not going to be good nuts. There we go. Okay. That'll do. Okay. Well, it's your fault for being from Florida. I do have plenty of family in the southern regions, and I know they enjoy abysmal nuts. I like cashews. Cashews are delightful. And peanuts. Still not overrated, shockingly. See, this is the easy part. This is just drawing rocks. This is a very easy time to talk to all of you. What would the game be if you made it 3D, 2D, open world quest driven, or linear, straight to the point? Oh, I'd be making story driven. I'd be making a almost linear, maybe a couple of offshoots, story driven game. Probably 2D, very closed world, very linear. Open world games actually scare me. Like I get into a genuinely open world game and I don't know where I go and I panic. It's just, it's bad. And that's a me problem. But I probably wouldn't make that game because of it. Very easy time. Very, very easy. Yeah. Okay. That'll do, I think. Let's compare it to the walls. That'll do, yeah. Okay. Now the one thing I need beyond that is making sure that these cats have shadows under them. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Cats, congrats. You get some shading. You might not like it though. It's pretty dark, literally. Okay. And that'll do. Oh yeah. Pretty much every fan-made warrior game I've ever seen, I've liked at some level, to some extent. It's just a question of how much do I like this thing. And frankly, the most tedious ones where you're just grinding for hours to try and get any progress in the game were some of my favorites growing up. For no apparent reason. There's no reason for any of this. Alrighty. Now time to move on to the top. So that's gonna be... Well, let's do sky first, just to even it out. Because it's gonna be a pretty gray, dingy sky. And the only color in it is going to be little bits of red. And these are popping up right over the trees. Yeah. And then right there. Perfect. And then back here, in front of the cats, I can do this. because this is where the anger is coming from. This is where it's being drawn. Okay. And then we have clouds and moon. Okay. So first of all, welcome to the only pure white light in the picture. It's the moon. And it's specifically only half there and being clouded. But it is pretty strong white. Okay. Here we go. Okay. RPG Warrior Cats the game! Oh my gosh, Warrior Cats the game was literally my favorite game as a child. I played it so gosh darn much, all three of them. I actually, shockingly, because even then I didn't like TNP, but the new Prophecy Warrior Cats the game was actually my favorite because I heckin' loved the side quests. I loved the after game stuff so much that it overwrote everything else in the game for me. I loved spending hours traveling down a beaten path. Everything you're not supposed to love in the game, everything that the game, every reason that the game is bad, is actually the reason I loved it. I loved it so much. Do not play it. Like, it's not a good game, and you have to grind so much and travel so much, but it's good though. I love it, and it holds a very, very, very special place in my heart. I actually met one of, at this point, my longest running friends through that game. I still can't believe that part. Very, very nice. Okay. And just to be sure, I'm going to be mean. I'm going to put in just a little bit of white light coming from the moon. And then everywhere else will be this incoming darkness to varying degrees. Lovely. Now just overall lighting to do. This might be the fastest cover of them all. Probably because I didn't have to do as many specific cats. But still. Wait a second. Why aren't you doing... What's wrong, honey? Oops. I think I broke something somehow. What did I do? It's definitely supposed to take only 2 hours. It may be taking longer because I seem to have broken a tool. And I'll figure out later how I did that. What did I do? Really? It was working and then it suddenly wasn't. Okay. Sure. Okay. Well... maybe if I just blend it out enough, somehow it won't matter. That's ridiculous. It will absolutely matter. Who do I hope the next Super Edition after Riverstar will be about? Oh boy. You know what? I'm gonna think about that. And while I do, I might have to restart Clip Studio. And that would be fine. It's not going to restart the stream. But the stream might just not show anything for a minute. That'll be okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. After Riverstar, honestly, I think I mostly just want there to be someone new to an extent. Okay, let's set this one up. Yep, there we go. Have you fixed yourself? No. Well then. Blending mode normal? Yep, there we go. Okay. I think I would like it to be on someone completely new who we have never seen before. Seen much from before. One of the Sky Clan leaders at the Gorge before they lost would be really cool. Like Spider Star, I've always had a soft spot for. Buzzard Star could be nice. It's not. Is it Buzzard Star? Am I making that up in my head? Is nothing actually Buzzard Star? I'm almost drawn to say, like... maybe... someone in River Clan would be nice. Or Wind Clan. How about literally any Wind Clan cat, any modern Wind Clan cat, who isn't in the Crow Breeze family? I think that would be great. Because if we could have that, then it would mean we'd have the genuine, amazing majesty of not having to, or and not having to assume that Crowfeather and the worst of WindClan is all that exists, and that would be great. This one I just want to desaturate a little bit manually. Not like that. Nope. Let's try that again. 57, very well. And the brightest light is going to be coming straight from the moon, but corrupted. Woohoo. Until it gets down here. It's very bad. All right. I believe I am good to just work on the lettering now. On the text. I think I am happy with everything else, shockingly. Whistlepaw does sure have siblings. Sure does. Oh, in our version of ClanGen, we have not recorded the next episode yet, but we're going to. Relatively soon. It is planned. We're not abandoning anything. This is how it looks from beneath, everyone. Super secret time. Okay. So blue, be gone. Oh, wait, no. Actually, that one's the lighter, brighter. Oh, that's the white. Never mind. Go right back. There we go. And that, I believe, should give us a very ominous warrior's sign. There we go. Perfect. Yes, Cherry Clan is doing lovely. Doing phenomenally. Never been better. Ebony Splash is doing perfectly fine. Nothing is going wrong with them. It's all right. Totally fine. Okay. Now, I don't want to jinx it, and I'm gonna look over everything to make sure it's okay. But I think I might almost be happy. I think I have made a cover in less than 2 hours. That is shocking. Oh, no. Don't you worry. Ebony Splash, doing fine. 0 amputations. No amputations whatsoever. Plus, Pebble Stripe, the Elder, the Shameless Elder, also, they're doing great. Phenomenal. They have never been better. They are in no way dead and will never die. I have no idea. I am entirely just messing with you. I have no idea how they're doing. We will see when we next play, and you will see when we next post an episode. Anyway, I believe I am just about done. I'm gonna take a look over all of this to make sure I am in fact happy with it. But I did a cover in less than 2 hours. I did not know it was possible. Note that based on what I'm planning for the next cover, I don't think that's going to happen, because there are significantly more specific characters that I have to draw. I believe that the next cover is going to be next Friday, assuming I can make the timing work out. Same time as this one. And also, tomorrow, I will be coming out with an announcement. And that announcement is the reason that I did not do this cover stream tomorrow, like I have in the past. So you can look out for that. It'll be coming at my normal video time. It's coming out in a video, but I'll also probably post on Twitter and Discord about it. And I hope you enjoy it when it comes. Anyway, thank you everyone for coming. I had a delightful time with you all. Shocking. Really shocked about this cover. Having taken only 2 hours, but thank you so much for coming. And I will see you again soon for Book 6, Uproar. Good night, everybody.